Guruji, can you move to the next slide?
Very good. Okay, so all right. So now we'll go for the chanting. Yes, any family who wants to lead, please let me know. Okay, go for it. Yeah. Okay, Maya. Okay, 1, 2, and you are on the air.
Hare Namaiva Kevalam Karunasti Eva Nasti Eva Nasti eva gatiranyata.
For deliverance in this Kali-yuga, there's no other way, there's no other way, there's no other way except chanting the holy name of the Lord. Shri Krishna
Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Welcome to everyone for the 600th program since we started. So this is actually quite a milestone, in fact. So this is the agenda we have. Actually, today is actually looks like we are very compact, in fact. So we have done the Guru Vandana and then the group chanting, and now we are getting into the children performances. Then actually today in the agenda also we have Brahma Samhita by Madan Mohini Devi, and then also Pradyumna Prabhu from Trinidad is also going to be. I think he is going to do a yajna or going to talk about. I don't know. Let us see. We'll see what is the surprise here. So he is very involved in doing yajnas and all those. Then after that, this is the one which is actually today is going to be the core of that is the Q&A from Harmonist. So we have selected a section where there are a lot of questions and answers from this great magazine, and Damodara Priya will be reading. So we will read as many verses because we have to really understand the scriptures also. There are a lot of tattvas important. So then this week actually like more philosophy, and the next week of course we will actually concentrate more on pastimes and Krishna pastime and things like that. So I'll be okay. I will try to give some explanations for those slokas as the questions and answers that she really reads. All right. Otherwise, then we will actually simply complete with the Nama Sankirtan and then announcements. And tomorrow we got the Saturday class also, Madhurya Kadambini. Okay, so we will start the children performance, and right there in our list is this. Sanjay Kannan will be giving the presentation on Krishna killing Putana, part 2. And Jivika will be singing E21. Ananya Tiwari will be singing D54. And Ashi Tiwari, wow, this is good. She is going to really tell a story of Krishna killing Bakasura. So this is going to be her very first storytelling. And Nandakishore is going to be singing E02. And Brijadevi is going to be singing D29. Siddharth will be singing E72. I am not sure whether we missed anyone. If I missed anyone, let me know. And also, as I mentioned in the classes, so Madan Mohini will be giving the class on the Brahma Samhita, then the Pradyumna Prabhu will be doing, I don't know about that, how the yajna is actually going to be. Then the main, the core of the thing today is the harmonious questions and answers. Okay, being said that we will really get into the action. And first, Sanjay Kannani is really going to go for it with Putana killed part 2. So,
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Okay, so you are ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so let me make sure that you are able to share your screen. I guess you have a screen. Okay, some duck or something. Okay, yeah. Now you will be able to. Yeah.
Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, we are able to see your screen. Okay, 1, 2, and you are on the air.
Hare Krishna. My name is Sanjay Kannan. I'm going to be talking about part 2 of Krishna killing Putana. Before I start, I'm gonna offer my obeisances to Gurudev. Om Anyana Timinandasya Jnananjana Salakya Dakshurun Militam Nena Dasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Hare Krishna, everybody. Today I'm going to be talking about part 2 of Krishna killing Putana. Okay, Putana taking baby Krishna on her lap. When Putana was taking baby Krishna on her lap, both Yashoda and Rohini were present, but they did not forbid her because she was so beautifully dressed and because she showed motherly affection towards Krishna. They could not understand that she was a sword within a decorated case. Putana had smeared a very powerful poison on her breasts, and immediately after taking the baby on her lap, she pushed her breast nipple within his mouth. She was hoping that as soon as he would suck her breast, he would die. But baby Krishna very quickly took the nipple in anger. He sucked the milk poison along with the life air of the demon. In other words, Krishna simultaneously sucked the milk from her breast and killed her by sucking out her life. Krishna is so merciful that because the demon Putana came to offer her breast milk to him, he fulfilled her desire and accepted her activity as motherly. But to stop her from further nefarious activities, he immediately killed her. And because the demon was killed by Krishna, she got liberation. When Krishna sucked out her very breath, Putana fell down on the ground, spread her arms and legs, and began to cry, "Oh child, leave me, leave me." She was crying loudly and perspiring, and her whole body became wet. The people of Vrindavan became struck with awe and wonder upon seeing this. As she died screaming, there was a tremendous vibration both on the earth and in the sky in all directions, and people thought that thunderbolts were falling. Thus, the nightmare of the Putana witch was over, and she assumed her real future as a great demon. She opened her fierce mouth and spread her arms and legs all over. She fell exactly as Vatrasura when struck by the thunderbolt of Indra. The long hair on her head was scattered all over her body. Her fallen body extended up to 12 miles and smashed all the trees to pieces, and everyone was struck with wonder upon seeing this gigantic body. Her teeth appeared just like plowed roads, and her nostrils appeared like just like mountain caves. Her breasts appeared like small hills, and her hair was a vast reddish bush. Her eye sockets appeared like blind wells, and her two thighs appeared like two banks of a river. Her two hands appeared like two strongly constructed bridges, and her abdomen seemed like a dried up lake. All the coward men and women became struck with awe and wonder upon seeing this, and the tumultuous sound of her falling and shocked their brains and ears and made their hearts beat strongly. Mother Yashoda took all shelter in the cows in the name of Vishnu so that she might save Krishna. But all such ghosts and evil spirits cannot remain where there is chanting of the holy name of God. Mother Yashoda was firmly convinced of the Vedic injunctions about the importance of cows and the holy name of Vishnu. Therefore, she took all shelter in the cows in the name of Vishnu, just to protect her child Krishna. She recited all the holy names of Vishnu so that he might save the child. Vedic culture has taken advantage of keeping cows and chanting the holy name of Vishnu since the beginning of history. And persons who are still following the Vedic ways, especially the householders, keep at least 1 dozen cows and worship the deity of Lord Vishnu who is installed in their house. The elderly gopis of Vrindavan were so absorbed in affection for Krishna to save him. The elderly gopis of Vrindavan were so absorbed in affection for Krishna that they wanted to save him, although there was no need to, for he had already protected himself. They could not understand that Krishna was the supreme personality of Godhead playing as a child. After performing the formalities to protect the child, Mother Yashoda took Krishna and let him suck her own breast. When the child is protected by Vishnu mantra, Mother Yashoda felt that he was safe. In the meantime, all the cowherd men who went to Mathura to pay tax returned home and were struck with wonder at seeing the gigantic dead body of Putana. When all the limbs of Putana's body were burning, the smoke emanating from the fire created a good aroma. Nanda Maharaja recalled the prophecy of Vasudeva and considered him a great sage and mystic yogi. Otherwise, how could he have foretold an incident that happened during his absence from Vrindavan? After this, all the residents of Raja cut the gigantic body of Putana into pieces and piled it up with wood for burning. When all the limbs of Putana's body were burning, the smoke emanating from the fire created a good aroma. This aroma was due to her being killed by Krishna. This means that the demon Putana was washed of all her sinful activities and attained a celestial body. Here is an example of how the Supreme Personality of Godhead is all good. Putana came to kill Krishna, but because he sucked her milk, she was immediately purified, and her dead body attained a transcendental quality. Her only business was to kill small children. She was only fond of blood, but in spite of being envious of Krishna, she attained salvation because she gave her milk to him to drink. So what can be said of others who are affectionate to Krishna in the relationship with mother or father? The pure devotees always serve Krishna with great love and affection. The pure devotees always serve Krishna with great love and affection, for he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the super soul of every living entity. It is concluded, therefore, that even a little energy expended in the service of the Lord gives one immense transcendental profit. This is explained in the Bhagavad Gita, Swalpam apya asya dharmashya. Devotional service in Krishna consciousness is so sublime that even a little service to Krishna, knowingly or unknowingly, gives one of the greatest benefit. The system of worshipping Krishna by offering flowers from a tree is also beneficial for the living entity who is confined to the bodily existence of that tree. When flowers and fruits are offered to Krishna, the tree that bore them also receives much benefit indirectly. The Archana process of worshipping procedure is therefore beneficial for everyone. Krishna is worshipable by great demigods like Brahma and Lord Shiva, and Putana was so fortunate that the same Krishna played in her lap as a little child. The lotus feet of Krishna, which are worshipped by great sages and devotees, were placed on the body of Putana. People worship Krishna and offer food, but automatically he sucked the milk from the body of Putana. Devotees therefore prayed that if simply by offering something as an enemy, Putana got so much benefit, then who can measure the benefit of worshipping Krishna in love and affection? One should only worship Krishna. One should only worship Krishna if for no other reason than so much benefit awaits the worshipper. Although Putana was an evil spirit, she gained elevation just like the mother of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is clear that the cows and the elderly gopis who offered milk to Krishna were also elevated to the transcendental position. Krishna can offer anyone anything, from liberation to anything materially conceivable. Therefore, there cannot be any doubt of the salvation of Putana, whose bodily milk was sucked by Krishna for such a long time. And how can there be any doubt about the salvation of the gopis who were so fond of Krishna? Undoubtedly, all the gopis and cowherd boys and cows who served Krishna in Vrindavana with love and affection were liberated from the miserable condition of material existence. Srila Sukadeva Goswami has blessed all persons who hear the narration of the killing of Putana by Krishna. When all the inhabitants of Vrindavana smelled the good aroma from the smoke of the burning Putana, they inquired from each other, "Where is this good flavor coming from?" And while conversing, they came to understand that it was the fumes of the burning Putana. They were very fond of Krishna, and as soon as they heard that the demon Putana was killed by Krishna, they offered blessings to the little child out of affection. After the burning of Putana, Nanda Maharaja came home and immediately took up the child on his lap and began to smell his head. In the way, he was quite satisfied that his little child was saved from this great calamity. Srila Sukadeva Goswami has blessed all persons who hear the narration of the killing of Putana by Krishna. They will surely attain the favor of Govinda. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of the 6th chapter of Krishna killing Putana. This is the last part of Krishna killing Putana. I hope you all enjoyed the 2 parts of Krishna killing Putana presentation. Learned a lot of important things, lessons, and morals from it. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening to my presentation. These are the sources Masterji gave to me. Thank you and Hare Krishna.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, but it really, you took 3 times. Actually, it's supposed to be 5 minutes, but it went to 15 minutes. But anyway, so what you should do, what we all should do is, I mean, we have to read it, understand, and tell by our own, the words rather than reading. So it's good. At least, we are just reading with you. Very nice. Good job. And all right. So the next one is going to be Jivika is going to be singing Madhura Gana Mohana Nayana Bhashana. Oh yeah, these are also some of the old songs are coming now. Okay, so Jivika, are you ready?
Yes, Masterji.
Okay, all right. So yes, your audio, video, okay, everything looks good. Okay, 1, 2, and you are on the air. Go ahead.
Madhura Gana Mohana Nayana Bhashana Meghavarna Shobhana Bhuvana Jeevana Madhura Gana Mohana Nayana Bhashana Meghavarna Shobhana Bhuvana Jeevana Madhura Gana Mohana Nayana Bhashana Meghavarna Shobhana Bhuvana Jeevana Dwaraka Palaka Dina Dayala Dwaraka Palaka Dina Dayala Bhakta Jana Jeevana Patita Pavana Madhura Gana Mohana Nayana Bhashana Meghavarna Shobhana Bhuvana Jeevana Madhura Gana Mohana नयन भाषणा मेघवर्ण शोभना भुवन जीवना सर्व पापलोचना सचिदानंदा सर्व पापमोचना सचिदानंद sorry सर्व पापमोचना
Sachidananda is there's a typo. Yeah, you are right. Sachidananda. Sachidananda. Go ahead.
सर्व पापमोचना सचिदानंदा सर्व पापमोचना सचिदानंदा सतिवदना केशवा सर्वरक्षका मधुरगान मोहना नयन भाषणा मेघवर्ण शोभना भुवन जीवना मधुरगान मोहना नयन भाषणा मेघवर्ण शोभना भुवन जीवना राम राम राघवा सीतनायका राम 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 राघवा सीतनायका रम्यलीलवल्लभा राधे माधवा मधुरगान मोहना नयन भाषणा मेघवर्ण शोभना भुवन जीवना मधुरगान मोहना नयन भाषणा मेघवर्ण शोभना भुवन जीवना हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मधुरगान मोहना नयन भाषणा मेघवर्ण शोभना भुवन जीवना
Good, very good, ma. Very nice, very nice. Good job.
Thank you, Master Ji.
Actually, yeah. So the lyrics on the web is right. I think somehow the slide got messed up. So it's okay. We'll see. We'll fix it. Okay, E21. I'll see that. Next one is Ananya Tiwari is going to be singing. Yeah, this is not a easy bhajan, by the way. D54 Baad Nihare Ghanshyam. Okay, Ananya, are you ready, man?
Hare Krishna, Master Ji.
Okay, all right. Okay, we are excited to hear your new bhajan. Okay, all right. 1, 2, and you are on the air now. Go ahead.
बात निहारे घनश्याम नैना नीर भरे बात निहारे घनश्याम नैना नीर भरे आस करे दीन रे नैना नीर भरे बात निहारे घनश्याम नैना नीर भरे जोग ध्यान चित नाही लागे मन की पीर पल पल जागे जोग ध्यान चित नाही लागे मन की पीर पल पल जागे रैन जागे अबीरा नैना नीर भरे बात निहारे घनश्याम नैना नीर भरे बाके बिहारी था नैना नीर भरे बात निहार घनश्याम नैना नीर भरे पतित पावन शरण मेले जो नाथ सखा हरि दर्शन दीजो पतित पावन शरण मेरे दीजो नाथ सखा हरि दर्शन दीजो लगन लगी तेरे नाम नैना नीर भरे बात निहार घनश्याम नैना नीर भरे बात निहार घनश्याम नैना नीर भरे बात निहार घनश्याम नैना नीर भरे आस करे दिन रे नैना नीर भरे बात निहार घनश्याम नैना नीर भरे नैना नीर भरे
Wow, very good, ma. Very nicely you sang. And actually, if we had some music or something, even a simple thing, it would have been amazing. I mean, the thing is, suppose you sang that when you were, you were in North Carolina before, then of course you would have got the mardangam and everything also. I mean, it's beautiful. You did very nicely. Okay, keep singing. Keep singing, and also as you go, there is one more option also. Remember, there are every bhajan we have the bass track. Remember, like you will see that there's a bass track. Bass track means like a karaoke. You just put it there, it will keep on going, and then you really sing along. Right? That. Okay, so people used to do a lot, and we have the facility, and we have I used to generate the bass track for every single composition that we have done. Try that. Then you don't need any instrument. You just practice with that. Then it will be even better. Okay. So yes, singing is very nice. Okay, good. Good.
I'll try to do it next time, Master.
Yeah. Try that because the bass track is there. Very nice. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Next one is your sister. Your sister is going to do a storytelling, and this is about Krishna killing Bakasura. Yes. All right. Okay. Is the storytelling? You have anything to share, or you are going to tell the story?
Hare Krishna, Master Ji.
You okay, ma? Hare Krishna, ma. Hare Krishna. Good. All right.
Yeah, we are sharing, Master Ji.
Okay. Oh, you are sharing? Okay. Go ahead.
We have a PPT.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are able to see you and see that, and then you put it from the beginning. Yeah, there you go. Okay. 1, 2, and you are on the air now. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Master Ji, and everyone. I'm Ashi, and today I'm gonna share my PPT on how did Krishna kill Bakasura. First, who was Bakasura? So, Bakasura was a demon who was sent by King Kansa to kill Krishna. But he is Lord Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead. No one can kill him. So, let us start. One day, Lord Krishna's friends were drinking water near the tank. Suddenly, they heard some sound. It was sound of big wings of Bakasura. Lord Krishna heard the scream of his friend and ran toward them. He fainted all of his friends. Krishna teared one wing of Bakasura, but he still attempted to kill Krishna. Bakasura took from his beak and swallowed. Just after some few minutes, he felt something very hot in his throat. It was the urja of Lord Krishna. Bakasura was unable to hold it, so swallowed Krishna out. He swallowed Krishna out. Then Lord Krishna held his beak and broke into two, and Bakasura died. Thank you, and Hare Krishna. Radha Krishna.
Good job. Good job. Super. Super. Yes, simple. Very nice. And then the slides are also very nice. Very nice slides. Actually, your sister also, and both of you, of course, you really come with very nice this thing. You talked very well. Story very good. Good job. Next one is Nandakishore Das. Nandakishore is going to be singing Giri Varada Jaya Giri Varada. Oh, this is a very long, very old song. E02. Giri Varada Jaya Giri Varada Jaya 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 Giri Varada. Yeah. I remember when we really made this album, because it was in the first album itself, I think. And we were actually distributing to some, and then once I was in Kanyakumari, actually that person is not there anymore. He was actually the president of one of the temple there, actually Ram temple. So he was actually taking me to really some place over there, and he had that album permanently. They are playing every time he really drives the car, and he was telling that this particular one was his best. So it's a very old song. Okay, we made some dance also, and actually. This is something to really do a very good dance. Like I'm thinking about. Remember we did this Brindavan. What that one there? Couple of them. My memory is not that good. Something like that. Giri Varada Jaya Giri Varada Jaya 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 Giri Varada Govardhanadhara Giri Varada Jaya 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 Giri Varada. Like that. This can be one potentially a dynamic dance. Okay, so this is something that you have to think about. Anyone who really want, of course we need to really have that. This will come very nicely, I will tell you. Okay, ma? All right, Nandakishore, are you ready? All right, okay. 1, 2, and you are on the air.
Giri Varada, Giri Varada, Jaya 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 Giri Varada. Govardhanadhara Giri Varada, Jaya 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 Giri Varada. Giri Varada, Jaya Giri Varada, Jaya 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 Giri Varada. Govardhanadhara Giri Varada, Jaya 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 Giri Varada. Nandakishore Giri Varada, Jaya 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 Giri Varada. Sundara Rupa Giri Varada, Jaya Jaya Giri Varada. Nandakishore Giri Varada, Jaya 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 Giri Varada. Sundara Rupa Giri Varada, Jaya Jaya Giri Varada. Giri Varada, Jaya Giri Varada, Jaya Jaya Giri Varada. Govardhanadhara Giri Varada, Jaya Jaya Giri Varada. Giri Varada, Jaya Giri Varada, Jaya Jaya Giri Varada. Govardhanadhara Giri Varada, Jaya Jaya Giri Varada. Gokul Bhajan Giri Varada, Jaya Jaya Giri Varada. Govinda Madhava Giri Varada, Jaya Jaya Giri Varada. Gokul Bhajan Giri Varada, Jaya Jaya Giri Varada. Govinda Madhava Giri Varada, Jaya Jaya Giri Varada. Giri Varada, Jaya Giri Varada, Jaya Jaya Giri Varada. Govardhanadhara Giri Varada, Jaya Jaya Giri Varada. Giri Varada, Jaya Giri Varada, Jaya Jaya Giri Varada. Govardhanadhara Giri Varada, Jaya गिरिवरदा जय 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 गिरिवरदा दासा विनोदा गिरिवरदा जय 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 गिरिवरदा लाला लाला गिरिवरदा जय जय गिरिवरदा दासा विनोदा गिरिवरदा जय 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 गिरिवरदा गिरिवरदा जय गिरिवरदा जय 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 गिरिवरदा वर्धन जय गिरिवरदा जय जय गिरिवरदा गिरिवरदा जय गिरिवरदा जय जय गिरिवरदा वर्धन जय गिरिवरदा जय जय गिरिवरदा गिरिवरदा जय गिरिवरदा जय जय गिरिवरदा वर्धन जय गिरिवरदा जय जय गिरिवरदा
गिरिवरदा जय गिरिवरदा जय 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 गिरिवरदा Govardhanavadara Girivarada. Old memory. Old memory. Now I can't even sing properly. Very nice. Good job. Good job. Yep, very nice. Next one is Brajadevi. He is going to be singing Govinda Mero Hai, Gopala Mero Hai. Very nice. Good. This is wow. It's a good one. Okay, and Brajadevi, are you ready?
Yes, Masterji. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Good, very good. By the way, next one is Siddharth. He is going to be the next one. Okay, all right. You are set, and 1, 2, and you are on the air now.
Govinda Mero hai, Gopal Mero hai, 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 Shri Radha Ramana Nanda Lal Mero hai, Shri Radha Ramana Nanda Lal Mero hai, Govinda Mero hai, Gopal Mero hai, Govinda Mero hai, Gopal Mero hai, Prem Sarovar Prem Ko Bharyo Rahe Din Rain, Prem Sarovar Prem Ko Bharyo Rahe Din Rain, जहाँ श्री राधे पग धरी श्याम धरी डोले, जहाँ श्री राधे पग धरी श्याम धरी डोले, गोविंद मेरो है, गोपाल मेरो है, गोविंद मेरो है, गोपाल मेरो है, चलो सखी वाचालिए जहाँ बसत बिजराज, चलो सखी वाचालिए जहाँ बसत बिजराज, दो रस बेचन हम चले एक पंथ दो काज, दो रस बेचन हम चले एक पंथ दो काज, गोविंद मेरो है, गोपाल मेरो है, गोविंद मेरो है, गोपाल मेरो है, वृंदावन सोवन नहीं नंद गाँव सो गाँव, वृंदावन सोवन नहीं नंद गाँव सो गाँव, वंशी वट सो वट नहीं कृष्ण नाम सो नाम, वंशी वट सो वट नहीं कृष्ण नाम सो नाम, गोविंद मेरो है, गोपाल मेरो है, गोविंद मेरो है, गोपाल मेरो है, यानुरागी चेत की गति समझे नहीं कोई, यानुरागी चेत की गति समझे नहीं कोई, जो बूढ़े शाम में क्यों क्यों उज्ज्वल होए, जो बूढ़े शाम में क्यों क्यों उज्ज्वल होए, गोविंद मेरो है, गोपाल मेरो है, गोविंद मेरो है, गोपाल मेरो है, नैनन की कर कोटरी पुत्री रे उछाए, नैनन की कर कोटरी पुत्री रे उछाए, पलकन की चिक दाल की शाम को चित डाल के शाम को ले उछताए। गोविंद मेरो है गोपाल मेरो है, गोविंद मेरो है गोपाल मेरो है। श्री राधा रमण नंद लाल मेरो है, श्री राधा रमण नंद लाल मेरो है। गोविंद मेरो है गोपाल मेरो है, गोविंद मेरो है गोपाल मेरो है।
Very good, ma. As usual, very excellent. Yes, this is the family kirtan. Always looking for. Very nice, ma. Good job. Good job. Nice bhajan though. Very good. Next one is Siddharth Prabhakaran. Siddharth, are you ready? Okay, there you go.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, ma. Hare Krishna. All right. Okay, one more time.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, okay, good. All right, yeah. Sing little louder and then 1, 2, and you are on the air. Go ahead.
Radha Madan Mohan, Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha 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 Ramana, Radha 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 Ramana, Radha Madan Mohan, Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha 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 Ramana, Radha 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 Ramana, Radha Madan Mohan, Jaya Radha Madan Mohan. Kumari Kadaloram Nalkotaram Uril Kovil Kondu Aril Kurum, Kovil Kondu Aril Kurum, Radha Madan Mohan, Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha 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 Ramana, Radha 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 Ramana, Radha Madan Mohan, Jaya Radha Madan Mohan. Vrindavana Rani Vrajananda Rajanudan, Gaura Shri Hari Gurudevam, Gaura Shri Hari Gurudevam, Radha Madan Mohan, Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha 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 Ramana, Radha 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 Ramana, Radha Madan Mohan, Jaya Radha Madan Mohan. Kummi Padidavom, Kolatamadidavom, Krishna Premai Gongidave, Krishna Premai Pongidave, Adi Magildiduvom, Adi Magildiduvom, Radha Madan Mohan, Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha 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 Ramana, Radha 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 Ramana, Radha Madan Mohan, Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha 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 Ramana, Radha 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 Ramana, Radha Madan Mohan, Jaya Radha Madan Mohan.
Very good. Very good. You sang excellent.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank
Good,
you.
good job. How come your sister did not sing today?
Oh yeah,
This is-
she had a lot of tests this week.
There you go. There you go. That's what I thought. I thought. Otherwise, she used to sing. Yeah. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is keep yourself engaged. You know, whether you can talk, whether you can read, whether you can sing, whether you can actually give presentation. The thing is, these are all the opportunities that you are all getting. And not only that, you are engaging in bhakti. This is a unique opportunity, because when we leave this world and then go out, you know, like then where that is the only thing that we will actually carry with us. So, okay, all right then. Next one is the Brahma Samhita class by Madan Mohini Devidasi and Madan Mohini, are you ready?
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Okay, my volume little up.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Okay, this is good then. Yeah, this is good. Okay, 1, 2, and you are on the air.
Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurun Militanyena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So the verses I will be explaining today are both verse 47 and 48 because they are both very short. So verse 47 says, Yakkaranarnavajane bhajati sma yoga nidramananta jagadanda sagroma kupa adhara shaktim avanamya param samurtim govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. So Yakkara Narnava Jale Bhajati Sma Yoga means who enjoys mystic slumber in the water of the causal ocean. Then Nidramananta Jagadanda Saroma Kupa means within his hair follicles are pores of the limitless universes. Then Adhara Shaktim Avalambya Param Swamurti means resting upon his own personal form, his expansion known as Ananta, who is the embodiment of his all-accommodating potency. The whole meaning is, Lord Brahma says that I worship that original personality, Sri Govinda, having assumed his most excellent form, Sesha, the embodiment of all-accommodating potency. He enjoys mystic slumber while reclining in the causal ocean with innumerable universes within every hair pore of his skin. So here, Karanodaka Sai Vishnu is being described. Unlimited millions of universes are situated within each of the pores of his skin. So when he exhales, countless universes are released and they enter into him again along when he inhales. So this Mahavishnu rests within the causal water. Then Bhagavan Sesha, known as Anantadeva, is his own great personal form imbued with his all-accommodating potency. Lying upon Sesha, who takes the form of his bed, Lord Vishnu enjoys with Yogamaya. Then Anantadeva serves Lord Vishnu and acts as a bed for Lord Vishnu to lie on. Anantadeva also has unlimited heads with which he always recites the glories of Lord Vishnu and Krishna. And then, now we're coming to verse 48, which is a further explanation of verse 47. Yasya kanit vasita kala matavalambya jivanti roma bhilaja jagadandanato vishnur mahansa ihayasya kara visesho govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. The meaning of this sloka is, the lords of the universes, such as Brahma, who emanate from the pores of Mahavishnu's skin, remain alive for the duration of his one exhalation. Lord Brahma says, I worship the original personality, Sri Govinda, of whom Mahavishnu is a portion of a portion. So Mahavishnu is Sri Govinda's expansion, who is the plenary portion of a plenary portion. Mahavishnu is the protector of all the universes, And although he assists Garbhodakasai Vishnu in the form of Mahabrahma, who is the manifestation of Vishnu, who is the original form of all Brahmas, and from whom the four-headed Brahma is manifest. Mahavishnu is non-different from Garbhodakasai Vishnu. And countless individual universes are manifest from the pores of Mahavishnu, and those universes will remain alive for only the duration of one of Mahavishnu's breaths. And in each of those universes, there is a Vishnu who serves as a preserver, a Brahma as a creator, and a Shiva as a destroyer, in each absorbed in their prescribed duties. But after that, they enter again into Mahavishnu at the time of his inhalation. So these two slokas have explained the opulence of Mahavishnu and Vishnu Tattva. But in Goloka Vrindavan, Lord Krishna is not worshipped with opulence. In fact, Lord Krishna gives up his opulence in Goloka Vrindavan. The pure devotees do not see him as the supreme God, although they know that he is. They see him as the object of their pure love and affection in many different forms, like a friend, son, or a beloved. But in order to achieve that pure love for Krishna, one must surrender to a bona fide guru who will be able to guide us and reveal the path to Krishna. Vancha kalpa tarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Thank you and Hare Krishna.
Wow. Very good, ma. Very good. I'm really so happy. Yeah, so happy to hear your Brahma Samhita. And now also, they have, yeah, you may know, now our translations are actually resuming again. Because Yegadasi Didi from Russia, he actually had a baby. So that is why few months she could not really do anything. Now they are actually coming back. And not only that, they are actually so fascinated by the Brahma Samhita. But anyway, so that is the main thing, actually, main translation going on for now. And now, in addition to Russia, Turkish, and also Tamil, we are now going to add Spanish now. So Spanish is also coming. There are 4 languages now. All the lectures that you are all giving are going to be translated. So this is actually amazing. Yeah, amazing. Okay, good job. And the next one is actually Pradyumna Prabhu, who just joined, I believe. Yes, I see that. So he is going to do, okay, this is related to Yajna. Okay, so anyway, whatever that he is going to do, so we are actually excited to really hear this one. And Prabhu, you are there?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
All right, Hare Krishna. Yes. All right. So you are ready?
Yes, actually, just 1 second.
Okay, yeah, sure. Take your time.
Just 1 second, sorry.
Yeah, sure. So basically after this one, then we will be getting into the another. Okay, this is a very important one. That is from a question and answer, because the thing is, if we see that whole Srimad Bhagavatam also, how the whole Srimad Bhagavatam looks like questions answers. That is how the whole thing comes there. So the religious truth is really starts with asking questions to gurus. And then you really get the answer. Then you really try to digest like that. So now we are actually taking one section of this Harmonious magazine. This is very famous. It is really it's actually published once in 3 months actually. Very, very high standard. Absolutely high standard. So we are going to take one portion after this by Pradyumna Prabhu. Okay, Yajna. Are you ready, Prabhu, now?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, it's all yours now. 1, 2, and you are on the air now.
Danat Pranams, Koti Danat. Respectful obeisances on to the lotus feet of my spiritual master, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, and all to my instructing spiritual master. Namo Vishnuparaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayaniti Namane. Namo Vishnuparaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutatale Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swabhiti Dabare Dabasti Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachariri Nirvishe Shunyavadi Paschati Deshatarni. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Vanchakalpatrubhascha Kripa Sindhuvacha Pranam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Hare Krishna. So, Danvat Pranams to all the assembled devotees. Today I am speaking very quickly upon the idea of yajna. We all know that in Vedic culture, the yajna is of utmost importance to the entire functional process of the Varna Ashram system. Varna Ashram system means that the society is characterized according to the guna and certain karmas of persons. And due to that particular guna and certain karmas, the society is classified. We see this classification in every single center of civilization, be it the Occident or the Eastern part of the world. So basically, I'll be utilizing three texts, all coinciding with each other. One is called 12 Essential Upanishads by a disciple of Srila Bhaktisarana Saraswati Thakur called Sri Bhakti Pragyanyati Maharaj, and the Bhagavad Gita by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So as I said, the terminology yajna points basically to some act of sacrifice. We see that in all Hindu rituals, be it the beginning ritual of the Garbhadan Sanskar to the Antyeshti Sanskar, Garbhadan meaning in the womb, or the Samantav Sanskar, the parting of the wife's hair, to the Antyeshti Sanskar, there are yajnas performed. But it is said, Yajna vai Vishnu. The goal of any yajna is to please Vishnu. So let us read a few shlokas here from the Gita very quickly. It says here, Saha yagnaha prajashtrishtva puru vacha prajapati anena prasavisya dhyayo esho va asti ishtakamadhak. So very succinctly, Srila Prabhupada translates here, in the beginning of creation, the Lord sent forth both humans and the devatas, the demigods. And he says, be thou happy by this yajna. So, and via this yajna, the rain would fall. We all know that just as even in Govardhan's Leela, the Brajvasis were doing yajna to Lord Indra. But sometimes those who are full of calm are calm sarvakamuva. So if you're full of these material desires or you lack material desires, the goal of yajna should be Vishnu. It says here, Srila Sukadev Goswami in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 2nd Khan, chapter 4, verse 20, it says, Shriya Patir Yagna Patir Prajapatir Diya Patir Lokapatir Dhar Patir Patir Gatis Chandaka Brishni Satavatam Prasidatam Me Bhagwan Satampati. So the Pati, the personality who is controlling any yagna is called Vishnu. He is the Lord of all the praja, all the living creatures, all the worlds, Lokapati, all the beauties, all these, protector of everyone, even including all the vibhus, all the opulences we see coming from that Prajapati. So by performance of yagna to that Prajapati, then all his parts and parcels, who we may call the devatas, they are ultimately satisfied. So Srila Gopal Bhatt Goswami also notes that by serving that Prajapati, that Krishna, all are satisfied. It says here, Yat pujanena vibuddha pitaro ityaratrascha tushta bhavati rishi bhuta salokapala sarve grahastarani somakuja adimukya govindamari purusham tamaham bhajami. By worship of that Govinda, all the devatas, all the pitris, all the bhutas, all the lokpal devatas, these beings are worshipped and satisfied. So Srila Prabhupada continues here. He says, the Prajapati is Lord Vishnu, and he's the Lord of all living creatures, all worlds, all beauties, and the protector of everyone. The Lord created this material world to enable the conditioned souls to learn how to perform yajnas for the satisfaction of Vishnu. So that is why in the beginning I stated that the goal of any yajna is to satisfy Vishnu Bhagwan. Now, leaving aside the Bhagavad Gita and other books of sanskars, I'd just like to note that at the end, an ultimate end of any yajna that one has to do, even though we are, as I said before, to reiterate, akama sarva kamova. If you are full of desires, you lack any material desires, by surrendering to that Lord, all will be satisfied. And also in the performance of yajna, we should understand the goal of any yajna. Bhagwan Ved Vyas notes, Vasudev Paragati, the goal of any yajna is to understand Vasudev. And that is why this disciple Srila Bhaktisarana Saraswati Thakur very succinctly, very quickly, I'll just note, he states here in the Chandogya Upanishad, he notes that once there was a great king in the Dravid Desh, in that southern realm. And in that southern realm, he would have approached various priests. His name was, the actual priest's name was Uchishta Chakrayan. Uchishta Chakrayan, he wanted to do some yajna. So he approached the king at that time and the other Hotra priests who were doing yajnas. And he told them, he said, if one is going to do any yajna, you should understand the Prajapati, or you should understand the Dev of the yajna. So basically he says here, Prasturaya Devata Prastavam Mana Vyata Takrena Vidam Prastusnasi Murdan Te Vipashyati. O priest, if you begin to pronounce a hymn without knowing fully well about the divinity behind that hymn, your head will fall off. Basically, it's saying that if you do not understand that any yajna which is to be done to satisfy even the demigods, that the goal of any yajna to be done is to understand Krishna by satisfying these demigods who are part and parcel of Krishna. You're moving up the karmakand ladder, going to pure bhakti. But at the end result of it, behind the satisfaction of these various demigods is to satisfy Vishnu. So if you do not know that, then your head will fall off. He says here, he told the Udgatra priest, O Udgatri, if you chant this Vaishnav Vedic mantra, basically speaking about the word Om here. And it is important to reiterate at this moment that Sri Jeev Goswami in the Tattva Sandarbhas knows that Akar, Ukar, Makariti. The goal of the recitation of the Om is Akar and Makar. The Jiva connecting with Bhagwan via this Sambandha, Abhideya and Prayojana Tattva. Via serving Sri Krishna under the guidance of Shri Guru, then one can understand the meaning of the word Om. And this is what this priest is saying here to the this Bhagavata. He's addressed as Guru Mahabhagavat. He says that via recitation of this Om in the proper understanding, with the proper Gyan, and which is going to manifest in the Vedic ritual called Vigyan, then the yajna will be successful. So just to sum it up here, I don't know if the time is running out, that he said, if you take up a response, so when a yajna is occurring, you normally have the different purohits at different points in the Yagnashal. One represents the Rig Ved, Yajur Ved, Atharva Ved, and Sham Ved. And in the middle of the Vedi, we have the Kalsa, or the Kalash, and that Kalash represents the Yagya Purush, Lord Vishnu. And normally you have the Raksha tied around that Kalash, which represents the modes of material nature, as when we know when Mahavishnu impregnates the material nature, the material creation is born via the presence in the material world. So the whole Yagna Purush in the Vedi represents this Yagnapati vai Vishnu. The object of the Yagna is to understand Vishnu. So this is what he's reiterating here. This Brahmana is saying that if, O Brahmana, he's telling the other priests, if you take up a response, so when one of the Hotra priests recites, the major Hotra priest recites the mantra, the corresponding priests from the other, who represent the other Vedas, they would recite that mantra also. But if they respond and not knowing the end result of the mantra or the divinity behind the mantra, what will happen? Their head would fall off. In other words, they would have a downward spiral from spiritual life to material life, what we call a spiritual fall down. And it goes on here to say that upon deliberation, these other Hotras, these priests, Udgata priests, who represents the four Vedas, at the end result of this yagna, they all come to this Mahabhagavata, this Shri Guru, Shishyasteham, O Gurudev. Now we understand that all ritualistic sacrifices, it may be so nice, but if it is not meant to please Vishnu, then it is all in vain. Just as when we see the Gopas went under the instruction of Bhagavan Sri Krishna and Balaram to the Yagnapatis, the wives of the Yagna Brahmanas. And the Yagna Brahmanas, they did not want to pay heed to Sri Krishna at that moment. And the wives of the Yagna Brahmanas gave the bhoga to Bhagavan Prasad, his associates. And at the end result of it, the Brahmanas realized that after the whole incident occurred, that, oh, fire upon our life, our high birth, our aristocracy, so many things, because we have not understood Yagyo Vai Vishnu. The end result of any yagna is Vishnu. So I'll just think the time is up here now. So a few more minutes, but the end result of any yagna is Vishnu. But a major point I should have pointed out, noted, is that papoham papa karmaham papa atma papa pashambhava trahimam pundarikak sarva papa horohari. At every point, the Vedas say we are born in with certain karma. Right, so we have the prarabdha karma and the sanchit karma, the past karma and the fructifying karma. So in all, whatever activity we do, it is filled with certain papam. That is why even in Vaishnav Homa, we meditate and praying to Sri Krishna to eradicate that what we call the papa purush within our body. So understanding that this body and all the activities that we do might be filled with errors, we also at the end of any yagya, we say mantra hinam kriya hinam bhakti hinam jaranarana yat pujitam maya devam paripurnam tarastami. That, oh Krishna, whatever activity, without proper mantra, whatever activity may have not done properly, kriya hinam bhakti hinam jaranarana yat pujitam, let everything be filled with proper auspiciousness. So I would like to thank you, dear devotees, and Prabhuji for giving me this opportunity today. By the good mercy of Shri Radharani, who is known as Kriyeshwari, the one who even controls the yagna, I pray that we get I obtain the mercy of yourselves and Srimati Radharani. Hare Krishna, Dhanvat Pranams.
Ah, beautiful, beautiful, very nice, very nice. Wow, this is how, yes. So the lot of deep meanings of yajna, and also how, like actually there are so many delicate things are involved, rules and regulations, and eventually the ultimate goal is actually to satisfy Vishnu. Yeah, this is amazing. You have really put so nicely, Prabhu. Thank you so much. This is we are fortunate to really have your Harikatha. So this is very good. Thank you. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And now next we will move to the next one. Okay, so we are actually getting into these spiritual questions. Yeah, we just gave just a title called spiritual questions. So I need to give you a little background. The Harmonist is called Rays of Harmonist. This magazine is actually published by the Gaudiya Sampradaya, and this is one of the very highly respected product that is actually coming, I think, once in 3 months or something like that. Very high standard. Okay, so now what I did was, whenever these new publications actually come out, I used to collect them in as PDF and then upload that into our BK NAS, where everything is there. Our Gokul Bhajan website and the Prison Seva website, everything is all hosted in our BK NAS actually. So if you go to gokulbhajan.com and go to the books tab, under that you see by Acharyas, and there you will really see these rays of the harmonist also. Okay, so today I think I don't know how many questions we will be actually covering. So in this book particularly, I really liked the idea of question and answer style. Because as I mentioned, Srimad Bhagavatam also, if you see that, and many of the Puranas and many scriptures, it really comes as question and answer. So that is how the whole thing works. So in this article, actually written by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura, he was answering 29 questions, and he really grouped them into Guru Tattva, then Bhagavan, like that. Actually it goes there. 29 questions are there. We are going to cover probably, I don't know, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, I don't know. We'll see. So, but we really want to go by step to understand, because as you may know, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is a very high scholar, and that time when he was actually he was the one who really wrote about something called Surya Siddhanta. The Surya Siddhanta is the astrological book. It was written by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So then, because of the beauty and so nicely he really did, so he got the title Bhakti Siddhanta, Siddhanta Saraswati. Bhakti title came later. Siddhanta Saraswati, that title came because of all these. He was a very high scholar. And by seeing that time the university of the dean of the University of Calcutta, he invited Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur to come and then join in the college as a high position. So, but Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, no, I am not interested. So he was not at all interested. But however, the dean was telling that I am going to make one position for you, and also it will be vacant for you to really occupy any time, and there will be a room also, that is your room, and I am going to have it. And we are waiting for you to really take that position. But until the end of the life, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur did not go there. He did not. Because his interest was on bhakti. These are all the things, no, he was completely different. So now if we see that, if we reading his books, it is so difficult to understand sometimes. Because of the scholarly nature, normal people cannot understand. This is very, very high. But anyway, today we are actually here to really read a few of the questions and answers from that book that I really asked Damodar Priya to really read. So now I really like to call Damodar Priya to really read the first question, and then I will add something to that. So what we will do is, she will read the question 2 times, then answer slowly, and then I will give some explanation, whatever that actually coming from Gurudev, by his mercy, and so that we can understand. Okay, this is not ordinary, but some of them are actually easy, some of them are actually deep. Okay, yes, Damodar Priya, you are ready?
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Yes, ma. Okay, all right, good. Okay, raise your volume, and there you go. 1, 2, and you are reading. Okay, one question at a time. Okay, one question you read, and then I'll try to explain something. Okay, go ahead.
The first question is it proper to endeavor for personal happiness while neglecting devotional service? Again, is it proper to endeavor for personal happiness while neglecting devotional service? The answer is never. Endeavors for personal happiness are non-devotional. A person who always remains busy with his own happiness and freedom, leaving aside service to Hari, Guru, and Vaishnavas, will never be the recipient of any service from others, despite his desire for it. Instead, he will be neglected and disliked by all. On the other hand, millions upon millions of people, and even Mahaprabhu himself, will be ready to serve that person who disregards his own happiness and comfort, yet remains continuously engaged in service to Sri Guru and Krishna, with his body, mind, and words.
Okay, so now little explanation. So the question is it proper to endeavor for personal happiness, neglecting the devotional service? So this is applicable more to those who have really taken any shelter under a guru, engaging in service to Guru and Krishna. Here, what is this personal happiness that is actually quoted here? This is actually material happiness, bodily happiness. Because when one engages in devotional service, one will be always happy anyway. So here the personal happiness, which is really talked about here, is the material or the bodily happiness. Let us see some examples, because again you must have really heard that. So if a person is really completely neglecting his, everything related to his personal happiness, but only to satisfy Krishna, what happens? Even Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or even Krishna, they will be coming down. And they, I mean, it's really so intricate. They cannot really stop coming down to that devotee. And then give not only blessing, they are actually, they're attached. For example, take Srila Prabhupada. At his old age, he did not have any comfortable place to really stay. He got a shop in Bombay, and that also was vandalized. Then he was staying in a small room given by the Damodar temple in Vrindavan. And then when he was asked by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura to go to the West and then preach to the entire world, he had to give up. He had to give up the Vrindavan Dham, the wonderful services that he was actually having there with so many devotees. And he had to come. He had to sacrifice his bodily comfort. And on the way in Jaladuta, 3 heart attacks. And then Lord Krishna personally came and then consoled. Yes, don't worry, I will take care of you. And then he really reached the America. And what kind of lifestyle that he had. He could not even have, find any place to really stay, except one particular family. It also happened to be meat-eating family, but he was actually staying there. And when he came from India, he had about $5 or something like that. That's all he had, nothing more than that, right? He really struggled to get a place to stay. And his mission also failed, actually first time. He returned. But he did not give up. With full courage, again with blessings from all Guru Parambara, he came back again. Now you see, millions are worshipping him. That's exactly the answer you would have really heard about. Millions are worshipping him. Take our Srila Gurudev. He had a nice job, police inspector. Later, he also had very wonderful sadhu associations. But he gave up because Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada requested our Srila Gurudev to really come to the West and then take care of his devotees and also the other devotees, whoever actually wanted to really come into the Krishna consciousness. Our Gurudev also came. So because in those old ages, look at here, the travel is not comfortable at all. But sacrificing his comfort, he really traveled all over the place. And now millions are worshipping him. Now take Raghunath Das Goswami. He actually, of course, he was a born prince. Okay, he was a born prince. He gave up everything and came to Vrindavan, took the shelter under Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And all the, that time Rupa Goswami, all the Goswamis, other Goswamis were also there. And he used to give Bhagavatam class. And he eventually later, he was taking only 1 palmful of buttermilk every day. That's all his food, nothing. He sacrificed everything. Just 1 palmful of buttermilk. Because that was the time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually left. So he could not bear that anyway. And not only that, every day he used to give 1,000 Tandavat Pranams to Vaishnavas. 1,000 times. And he did not even have a hut. And he really just like that, just sit there and then keep on chanting and chanting and chanting and chanting. And he even do not recognize that the sun is coming so hot. He did not recognize that also. And but without the Radharani, for example, by seeing this particular situation, she used to come and then take her veil and then, hold on above the head. See, but she will be standing in the in the hot sun. See, look at how they all gave their comfort out. See, Now you take Narottam Das Thakur, for example. He did not want to enjoy the married life. He was a prince also. You say all the Goswami, most of the Goswamis were purposely made to really come, appear as prince, a rich family. Then they knock out everything completely. Why? Because that is how we will understand. And getting rid of and throwing out this personal happiness is the basic thing for devotional life. So Narottam Das Thakur did not want to enjoy the married life. He left in the middle of the night. And he was walking through the forest because his father was already arranging, because by seeing that he may really escape any time. And so many gods were there, but apparently he could really escape from all those and went on food and through the forest so many days and nights without even eating or drinking. And finally he came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Actually, yeah, not Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because by the time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was actually has left the body to the association of the Goswamis who were there at that time. Not everybody, everyone was actually saying for a long time, because these all the Goswamis were actually leaving this world one after another, and then that was what the Narottam Das Thakur was actually. So he felt so miserable. But anyway, he took took shelter under Lokanath Goswami, and now look at here. Again, he was thrown out from there because of the small offense that you all heard about that. But by doing this, what is actually happening for us? He has composed a wonderful, that the book, right? Patyavali, what that one again? My memory. It's beautiful book, and it was all crying book. Then we all sing these Narottam Das Thakur's, bhajans almost every day. So many examples. So that answers that question number 1, I believe. Okay, you want to read the next one?
Yes, Guruji.
Go ahead now, yes.
The second question is, with what attitude should we chant the name of Sri Bhagavan? With what attitude should we chant the name of Sri Bhagavan? The answer is, pure devotees never call out to Bhagavan to destroy their own sin, to accumulate piety, or attain the heavenly planets. Nor do they call out to him to attain objects for their enjoyment, such as wealth or a kingdom. The very names of Sri Bhagavan directly indicate the Supreme Controller, Parameshwara himself. If we attempt to engage that Supreme Lord in accomplishing any act for our personal sense enjoyment, it means that we are trying to appoint him, our most worshipful object, as our servant. This is a great offense. Therefore, unless we call out to Bhagavan for the sake of serving him, our calling him will go in vain. Jesus Christ has said, "Do not take God's name in vain." But this does not imply that we are not to call out to him continuously while sleeping, dreaming, eating, or during times of recreation, and at any time and in any place. If we call out to Bhagavan with desire to serve him, then our call will not go in vain. Indeed, it is our sole obligation. However, if we merely imitate the process of genuinely calling to him by soliciting him to fulfill our personal desires, then our effort will be in vain. That in the name of Bhagavan should not be taken in vain means that one should not call his name with the desire to attain dharma, artha, kama, or moksha. Rather, the sole reason one should continuously call to him is to serve him.
Okay, so this is a beautiful question. If you see the way the religions are nowadays, they are actually going for actually correcting the bread and butter. Give me the daily bread. This is exactly what is actually going completely opposite to what we are talking here. So the question is, with what attitude should we chant the name of Sri Bhagavan or meditate on him? 1, not to destroy our sin. This is not, God is not something like a dump, like a big dump, you know, a kachara dump or something, and we take our sin and then, you know, dump on him. He's not that. He's not kachara dappa. No. He's Lord. He's Lord of love. If we made some sin, we have to really, you know, get punished. We have to really get the reaction. That is the way the things are. Not just like that dump on him. No, he's not the dump. Then second, not to get any favor from the God. Not to go, you know, not to go to heaven. Even Goloka, we just talk about, you know, Goloka is a place, Krishna is there. But a Krishna devotee is not really saying that I want, you know, demanding that I want to be in Goloka. No, I can be anywhere. Wherever that Krishna is arranging me to be really born, to serve him, that is good enough. That is Goloka. Okay, so this is very important. So second, okay? So no favor. Then, not to chant for global peace. You know, you may see that, you know, massive, the people really gather and then, you know, try to do chanting. Yeah, why are you really having these kind of, you know, big chanting going on, big, you know, like lakhs of people? Oh yeah, we are chanting for the peace of the world. Arey, this is not your world. Do you think that you can change anything in this world? If at all you are actually making any changes only for you only, your karma only, and Krishna is in charge. He knows what to do. You don't have to really do all the things. Only thing that you have to do is you mind your own business. What is that business? You have to have realization. And you are actually there in the well. You have to really know how to come up from the well and understand the relation between you and Krishna and go back. This world does not belong to us. This world did not belong to us. We were born just like that, you know, few years back. And we are not going to be here either. No one. And are you going to really come and then fix it again and again? No. Because if you see this world, you fix one problem, the next problem will immediately come. Immediately the next will come. So you see all the governments. Governments are really trying to take care. Hey, this government business is going on from you know, very beginning. And have they really fixed anything? No. They are talking and here all the things are all calamity. If we try to fix, stopping the war or any worldly things, that is not in our hand. Okay, this we have to understand. We are playing the role as a puppet, as a dogs and cats, and you know, not knowing what exactly the consequence even. We really try to go this way, but then we see, oh, there is a big problem. We really go this way, again problem. Because the only master, the owner of this world is Krishna. Number 4, not to cure any disease. Whether bodily diseases or the mental diseases, that is not, he is not there to really fix yours. He is not your servant. You are getting disease because of your own problem, your own life habit, and also your own all kinds of, you know, desires. You do all kinds of nonsense, and then you really go, yeah, I have this disease, please. This is what the temple, you know, worship is going on throughout the world. This is not the purpose. Okay, remember, this question is so good. Now the next one, 5th, not to become rich. The way how much richness, the wealth that you will get is already decided by your previous karma and your present karma, of course. So whatever that has been allocated to you, it will come to you. It will come. This is actually not, you know, people may think, how will it come? Of course, you will be always doing some karma. But the thing is, you know, whatever that has to, you know, that is destined to really come, it is come. Because when Brahma is really making a jiva to really appear in this world, he fixes so many things, 7 or 8 things, right? He knows exactly what family is really going to be suitable to really continue the karmic reaction. And he knows how much wealth that is allocated in this birth. And also he knows what kind of diseases that this person should really get. And also what kind of enemies that he has to get. See, when Brahma was making these Pandavas to appear, he also in parallel made the Duryodanas and all the other enemies also as well. Isn't it? Isn't it? Even though Bhagavan Krishna was there, it was already arranged anyway. So what are you going to change anyway? It's not. It is like, you are actually traveling in a big ship, and then, as a child, he was really pushing the ship, saying, oh yeah, I'm the one actually pushing the ship to go. But no, it is not that way. You are not actually making anything like that. You are a puppet, actually. You don't have any control on yourself. You don't even know about your own self. Okay? Not to become rich. No, that's not the way. Because minimally, whatever that you can actually have to live this life, and focusing all the time for the self-realization, that is what the purpose of the human birth. Not to enjoy here, not to make millions of money here. And the sixth one is not to be fame or beautiful. This way, we are actually getting lost here. We are actually, so this fame is called pradishta. This pradishta is the biggest problem in everyone. Then as ego. So it is attached to the ego. Right? I want to be big. I want to be named. I want to be taken care of that. When I go somewhere, I should be respected. So we are actually expecting respect. But look at all these things that you really see on the slides. What exactly they are thinking when they are chanting? Are they asking for anything at all? They have only loincloth. That also they have only 2 loincloth. One they will be wearing, and then one that will be getting dried. And the next day, he will wear that, and then this will be washed and then dried. This is the life. So simple living, high thinking. Simple living, high thinking. But here what we do is high living, no thinking at all. Number 7, we do not chant for dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. Okay? So, please note here, as per the standard, we should not even ask or beg Lord for getting moksha. But if you see that almost all the sampradayas, they even have this as a deep root. So many, like there are 5 kinds of moksha, they will be attaining. I want Vaikunta, I want here, and he want. So, in this respect, if we see that, this Gaudiya Sampradaya, under Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is standing out from all the Sampradayas. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is this? Lord Krishna himself, coming from Goloka, and with the mood of Radharani, to show how a disciple should really live. How did he really show us? How? Yes, he was the one who was chanting. Look at here. What the attitude of chanting? He was the one who really came here to inaugurate the Nama Sankirtan. He is that Yuga avatar. And how did he live? Did he live in a big mansion? Just 6 by 6 foot. If you really go and then see where he stayed in Srirangam, you go and then see in Jagannath Puri temple, the place where he stayed, it is a very small place. He can just put himself there. That's it. Very simple. Why he was doing that? That is how we have to live. If we live like that, then Krishna is our reach. Otherwise not. So now, also when you are chanting, when you are asking for these kind of things, when you are chanting, what is going on is you are engaging him to serve you. Or you are appointing him to really to satisfy your desires. You are demanding. But we should chant only to give us the opportunity to serve Krishna. Even if we are in intense pain or in problems. In fact, I will tell you, the problems and the pain and all the things will be given by Krishna to test you. This is always there in his agenda. So even in that difficult positions, like for example, our acharyas, look at how our acharyas, they were having so many problems. Everyone was actually having a problem. So now one may ask, isn't it asking for serving him is also a demand then? The answer is no. Why? Because this is our treasure. Our nature is Jivera Swarupa Haya, Krishnera Nitya Dasa. Okay, so it is the nature. What is the nature? We have to serve. So we are a servant. He is the brain and we are the finger. And he really, because the finger serves the brain. So the same way, we as a jiva, it is a natural tendency to really get affinity to serve the Lord. Here also we think that, oh, I don't want Krishna, I want Maya, then we are all came down here. What are we trying to do? We are serving somebody. Even the President of the United States, he is serving the people. Look at here. So everyone service, it's a service industry only. Why? It is a nature of the Jivatma. So it will always shine there. So that you have to get back that particular attitude. But again, to serve is how? Are you going to demand anything from him? That's what I was talking about, all the things. No. You are going to give to him. What is? Your oneself. Atmanivedanam. Atmanivedanam. So you are actually begging somebody, saying that I want to become a servant to you. Please give me that opportunity. How? Eternal servant. I sign a contract. I sign a contract. Oh Krishna, yes, eternal. That's it. I am your eternal servant. There you go. So you sign a contract. This is how the chanting should be. So the chanting should be crying for the Lord to engage us in His service. That is what the Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare is a crying mantra. That is why it is so powerful. That is why when we really chant like that, the Lord Bhagavan Sri Krishna, you immediately look. That is the only connection. There is no other way. Krishna, you cannot really get to any other way. You have to cry. You cannot really buy him by giving diamonds or this and everything, so many things in the nothing. You cannot really, we cannot. He's not going to be happy. But when we give ourselves out of the love to make him happy, Anyabhilashita sunyam jnana karmadi anavritam anukulyena krishnanu silanam bhakti uttama. That's what he is looking for. That's why this is one of the slokas that our Gurudevs always used to talk about. Invariably that sloka will come. Okay, this is the chanting. Okay, good. Okay, hope you understood this one. Okay, all right. Next one, please. Go ahead.
The third question is, what is the difference between the soul, the mind, and the body? What is the difference between the soul, the mind, and the body? The answer is, the scripture has given distinctive differences between the soul, the mind, and the body, and has given the subtle analysis of them as a spiritual spark, a shadow of spirit, and inert matter, respectively. The soul is the owner of the two other substances, namely the body and mind. The body and mind belong to the soul, and in turn, the soul belongs to the supersoul. The soul has two coverings. One is the subtle covering called the mind, and the other is the gross covering called the body. The external material body is the aggregate of the 5 gross elements, while the internal body or mental body is that which drives the external body. Through its connection with the mind, the soul in its confined state is bound with incompatible possessions in the form of the physical body. The soul is in a dormant state at present, so it is not aware of service to the supersoul. Seeing that the soul, their owner, is asleep, these two subordinate workers, the mind and body, fulfill their own narrow-minded interests instead of fulfilling the interests of their proprietor. The mind's nature is to waver, but the soul is unchanging and eternal. The function of the mind is to enjoy and to renounce, while the function of the soul is to serve Sri Bhagavan. The mind can comprehend objects that have up to 3 dimensions, but has no capacity to understand objects of the 4th dimension, because they are beyond sense perception. Through worldly knowledge and experience, one cannot comprehend the supreme absolute truth, Sri Bhagavan, who is beyond the scope of material senses.
Okay, here we go. This is the question number 3. What is the difference between the soul, the mind, and the body? Actually, we have really done several harikathas about this, but we will actually quickly go through to revise that. The soul is ourself as the spirit in our body. We as a soul can occupy only whatever is allocated for us in the body, only we can, right? So the body and mind are actually occupied by the soul. That's what we really write that one. So the soul possesses both of them. Okay, possesses both of them, but not permanently. Okay, so the body and mind actually are possessed by the soul. But our soul belongs to super soul, who is also resident in our heart. The soul and super soul are like two beings, like two birds sitting on a branch. You know, in the Upanishads and all the places we have so many examples of that. So the super soul is an expansion of Bhagavan Krishna, and the soul is a marginal energy of Bhagavan. Okay, Bhagavan Krishna. So a soul is like a spark emanated from a huge fire. That big fire is Bhagavan, and the spark is the soul. And the gross body is what we see, with all the gross organs and senses. And our gross body is made of 5 bhutas. Bhutas means elements. What are they? Ether, air, fire, water, and earth. Right? Then also there are other more indriyas also. But anyway, in a way, gross body is that. Each gross body has a defined structure for each of the 8.4 million kinds of species. That's the thing. You know, if you look at like a crow, it has a structure. And if you look at the human being, he or she has structure. So every gross body of that species is having a defined structure. But what is subtle body? The subtle body is something invisible in our body, but it is there, but we cannot see. See, for example, air is here, but we cannot see the air. So this is so subtle that we cannot see. Now, the soul is the core, and the subtle body is the covering. That's the covering. So in that covering, which is the subtle body, we have mind, intelligence, and false ego. Now the mind is the boss. He is the controller of all the organs, mainly our senses. So these senses or the sense organs are its agents. So the senses report all the environmental stimulus coming from the experience of in this world and to the boss. It's like just a transmission channel, agent. So it goes to mind. The mind collects all this information and reacts to it. How does it do the reaction? It has another agent, it's called intelligence. So this intelligence is the one who is really, all the knowledges that we develop as we grow. This is evolution, because starting from the small being, we constantly evolve. Our intelligence actually develops and develops and develops. This is what that mind uses, this intelligence, and make some decisions or whatever it really wants to do. Okay, so now the thing is, these all the stimulants. Sometimes it is a good stimulus, right? Actually pleasure. Somebody is actually nicely doing massage. You really feel good. And somebody is beating you. Oh no, that's that's not good. That is pain. But what is the difference? It is actually same. It is actually trickling up the nervous system only. But something is harder, something is actually milder. That is why Gita says, one who treats the sukha, the smooth, the comfort, or so that one, and dukkha, sorrow, equally, he is with the soul, identified with the soul actually. He is not in the material consciousness. Okay, that's what Gita is also saying that. Okay, so what is this intelligence that we are talking about here? That the mind is actually using it for decisions and all those. It is the information we brought And but what? Birth after birth after birth. And sometimes not everything is given to us. Because suppose we are a human being, then we are actually born as a crow or something, then that intelligent part will be actually working only for the crow purpose. Okay, so that is Maya is controlling that actually nicely, very, very nicely. So this intelligence is a powerful database. It has so many index and so many ways to access and everything. So many things are, it is really amazing. So when we leave the body, what does it mean? It means we are leaving only the gross body. The subtle body, which covering the soul together, okay, together is called ghost. That is the ghost which really takes another body. It enters into another womb, and womb of another mother of any species, that depending on your karma, and then it really carries forward into the next birth. Then also if we see there is a ego. What is this ego? So the ego is something that we identify about ourselves. Okay, so this identification may be or may not be true, because mind is sometimes actually not that good in deciding whether which is true or not, because we are jiva. We are actually jiva, the soul. But what happens is, because we are covered by this subtle body, we tend to identify ourselves with our own body. So people think, oh yeah, this is me, this is me, this is me, my hand, whatever. So we identify with our body, or even nation, or caste, and color, and so many things we really identify ourselves. So that is called ego. So this ego, because we are not identifying with our soul, it is called false ego. Okay? So in the subtle body we see the mind, intelligence, and false ego. What is true ego then? True ego is very easy to understand. It is to identify ourselves with our soul. We are our soul. We are soul. We are not the body. Okay? So also our soul used to be in dormant position. Even though it is connected to the mind and the body, it is free and pure by nature, but because it is covered by these subtle and gross bodies, it feels contaminated. When in any body, the super soul, which is also called Paramatma, always sit with. This is the mercy of Bhagavan. So Bhagavan, he is really giving, his own form to sit with you in every birth and death that you go through. He is actually coming with you. According to your karma, he is the one who is telling, all right, okay, now this is your karmic reaction. This is the way you are going to die. These are the diseases that you are going to. He is like a blind judge, actually. Okay, so the Paramatma is in a dormant position. But as soon as we waken up spiritually, this Paramatma also wake up. Then he starts doing things, whatever that is necessary to take this jiva to the next stage. That is when he is connecting to some sages, right? Some saintly persons. So that is his job. That is why when the time comes, he wakes up and he gives the connection, and even coming in the dream and saying, hey, so and so is your guru. So he will show that. That is his job. It's not our job. It is not our job to find for any guru. No. It is his job to tell us who is our guru. Okay, but again, otherwise he is always in sleeping mode. That is why we see in the Lord Vishnu temple. Wow, Lord Vishnu temple always is sleeping. Because that is the same way our Paramatma is also sleeping in our heart. Now, on Ekadasi days, like Lord Vishnu actually wakes up, right? He just changes his position from this way to the other way now, okay, sleeping. That is the time, that is a unique time, that also in our body, our subtle body, because of the moon's position, the Atma traveling through all the chakras comes to a Saturn chakra where it feels divine. That is what the Ekadasi is. Only it happens on the Ekadasi day. So similarly, like the Vishnu changes his position of sleeping, and we also on that day, there is awakening coming there. Okay, so this is the thing behind all these things about the Ekadasi. Now let us talk about the mind. This mind is always wavering by nature. Wavering. Goes here, goes there. It's like a monkey. It always jumps from one to another all the way. Even when you are chanting, just you are actually saying, chanting only, one mala. By the time, one mala has only 108 beats, but you have already gone through 1008 places in your mind. So this is the problem. It never stays. That is why in Gita, Arjuna is saying, oh Lord, you are telling that I should control my mind, but I may be able to control even the wind. I am not the mind. I am not able to. So that's why if you are not careful, your mind can wreck you up. It is this mind that tells you not to do any spiritual activities. It is your mind that tells you why you should not go to sadhu sangha. It is this mind that tells you that you should not even talk to a sage. You should not see a sage. It may even tell you that there is no such thing as God. Especially when you really study too much, this is what is actually going to happen. So it is the same mind that is also going to tell you, hey, Ekadashi fasting is nothing but just sentiment. Sentiment. Oh yeah, what is the thing there? These people have no religious knowledge. So if you are not careful, it will take you and throw you in a ditch. It is this mind that tells you to enjoy also. It is the one who is really telling, hey, instead of attending the Satsanga, why don't you really go for a cinema? Hey, there is a new release coming. This is your same mind is actually telling you. So you are actually enjoying through or suffering through your mind. But however, if you have willpower, sankalpa, you can control your mind. That is the thing. That willpower comes from your soul actually. If you have the necessary sukruti, it will come in the form of all these powers, divine powers. So it's a power. It's called sankalpa susakti. Okay? But only when you hear from a spiritual personalities, then only the thing actually develops there. That is the Paramatma actually gives you the connection anyway. So that is the Paramatma, right? So our material mind can comprehend only up to, what did we read? 3 dimensions. But it has no power to perceive 4th dimension or high dimension. In the Brahmanda, our Brahmanda itself has 14 dimensions. Our mind cannot perceive those either. It also does not have power to perceive spiritual worlds. Even a supremely intelligent person from Ivy League college or something, big guy who has really done robots and who has done this and everything, he is top notch. This is Maya knowledge. This is material knowledge. It has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with anything to do with the spiritual knowledge. So you cannot perceive. You see, these Ivy Leagues and all the these things, what? That is why Srila Prabhupada used to say that, when you are sending to this kind of Maya school, you are actually sending your children to the slaughterhouses. Because it's very difficult to really get back once you really go too far. So that is why we are balancing our children to understand what is right, what is wrong, and also what is the truth and what is not the truth, so that hopefully when they really go through that, at least sometime, they will remember, oh, yes, that makes sense. So some guidance will come there. So that is what we really hope. Anyway, we cannot even see the super soul that is sitting along with the soul. Or rather, even, we cannot even see our own soul. Can we? Which Ivy League college has the facility to really show your own soul? No. That's a basic thing. A living being, and when it leaves the body, it's dead. That is very simple thing. Every day that we are seeing it. But the scientists cannot. They have no way of seeing it. But then we say, oh, he's amazingly intelligent. What intelligence is that? There is no use. Because when we leave the body, that intelligence is not going to come. Eventually when you really go up. So, we cannot see our own soul. We cannot see our own, also the super soul. The yogis, after performing thousands of years of tapas, get a glimpse of that Paramatma. By just a glimpse of. It is said that in the Gita Upanishad, After long, so many births and, births, they may see only the toenail of the Lord's feet. That's it, one moment only, that's all. But however, by the mercy of Bhagavan Krishna, a pure devotee can see him face to face. He can talk to him. This is the power of bhakti, which is there in the spiritual realm compared to all this nonsense, the material realm. So now you must have understood what is gross body, what is subtle body, and what exactly the relations between all these different elements, and in a short way. Yes, now let us take only one more question, I think. That's probably what we can do. Okay, ma? Are you ready?
Yes, please.
Okay, good.
The fourth question is, how will I become acquainted with such transcendental subject matters? How then will I become acquainted with such transcendental subject matters? Just as a messenger brings news of one's relatives who live in a distant land, a transcendental messenger bears transcendental news. Whoever does not become the recipient of his transcendental message is understood to be extremely unfortunate, for that transcendental messenger will certainly deliver his message to anyone who is truly eager for it.
Yes. Now you are seeing the transcendental messenger, the postman. And you have somebody who is actually residing, your relative, but you have never met him, met the relative, but they are actually living somewhere, right? So this question, what it is asking is, then how can we understand spiritual matters? One can never understand spiritual matters by himself or herself. It is simply impossible. Why? Because spiritual dimension is different. And our brain and intelligence are in the material dimension. However, like news about a distant relative, like a postman who brings a letter from that distant relative, who lives in a fantasy land or dreamland or whatever, that we have never seen in our life. And do not know anything about that place either. This divine messenger who brings that information is the one that we get in this material world. This message is absolutely correct because he came from there. But we may not believe that information. That is our unfortunate situation. That is unfortunate situation. So then why some people are believing it? Because they believe it because their heart is not that much contaminated. Why? Because they have something called sukruti. This sukruti, because of the dharma, good deeds that they have really done, especially knowingly or unknowingly to some pure devotee of Krishna, Krishna gives you that understanding, that power, that sukruti, so that you will get somehow the idea about the spiritual world. So that sukruti is the one which has cleaned your heart and which is empowering you to really believe that information which is really coming through this Guru Parampara. And all the Sastras, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Upanishads, Vedas, these and all those knowledge is right. You just think about this as a divine postmaster, who is actually postman, who is really bringing this to you. It is up to you to take it or, believe it or not believe it. You will believe it only when you have sukruti. If you have all kinds of kachra in your mind, like we have really covered that, this mind is crazy. And if you have all the kachra, then you have no way out. Because even though information is coming to you, right next door, it's available, you will be bereft of that information. So that Sukruti eventually is coming in the form of Shraddha. So the Shraddha is the very root of getting into spiritual path. But again, as I said, how does the Shraddha, how the belief, because the faith actually comes in, that is because of the Sukriti. So it is very complicated. It is complicated. It is not easy. Every, jiva, that, he is starting from Nastika, atheist, all the way to the saintly way, they are all in different grades, according to their evolution in the spiritual path, not the material path. Material path is, no, that's not going to help in any way. It doesn't matter whether you have a PhD, or you have double PhD, or triple PhD, or you have been given the Nobel Prize or something, or you have been actually, so much of popularity. It has no value in understanding spiritual matter. Okay? So the question was, then how can we understand spiritual matters? It is by the faith. That faith comes from, the faith is Shraddha, that comes from Sukriti. So with that, I think that will complete for these big questions. So we covered 4. Yeah, not bad. But I hope that by the mercy of Gurudev, you must have understood what exactly, the deep that I could really go because of his mercy. And we will do a Nama Sankirtan, and then I have some announcement, usual. Okay. So I want somebody to really sing the Nama Sankirtan for today. Yes, good. Damodar Priya, very nice. Good, you are really, reading very nicely. Very good, actually. I'm really like it. Yes, Nama Sankirtan. Okay, any family who really wants to do a Nama Sankirtan, please go ahead and let me know.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Okay, ma? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. So you have 3 minutes. Okay, go ahead. 1, 2, and you are on the air.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Very good, ma. Very good, very good, wonderful. Jai Gurudev, Jai Gurudev, Jai Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Okay, so now I am